What is going on, basketball people? Michael here, and today in this video I'm going to show you how to get started with the basketball recruiting process before it's too late. Now, if recruiting has not worked for you yet, don't worry, that is normal. I'm going to be showing you the exact system that we help players get started with today. I'm going to be giving you access to everything that you see inside of this community. You get access to the recruiting command center, coaches database, which has 30,000 plus emails, verified information. You get the outreach tracker, you get a email generator, an intelligence bot, and also a media lab. So everything that you see in here, you can get access to completely for free. Now, if you want me to keep you updated with this software and what I am doing, all you got to do is just leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below that you're taking action. But let's go ahead and dive into the video. So jumping over to the whiteboard, the first thing you are going to need to do is get HoopsRecruit AI. What you need to do is just go to HoopsRecruit.site. You will get taken to this screen right here. If you want to purchase it, 20 bucks a month, boom. Or you can get started with the free trial. Just go ahead and put an email, password, create your profile, or you can create a profile with Google. I'm just going to log in right here since I have an account. Once you log in, you are going to get taken to a dashboard that looks like this. Obviously, there's not going to be any coaches in here. We also are inside the community. You will not have access to this until you have purchased it. What it's going to look like without it is just this screen right here, except in blue. So we have logged in. Let's go ahead and go back to the whiteboard. And the first thing you want to do is go to the coaches database. Now, what I like about the coaches database is you have access to every single coach's email. Email is so slept on. It's not like Twitter DMs where coaches go on there to, scroll, and it's super easy to get distracted. When you are in an email inbox, when these coaches check email, they are checking email for business related purposes, and it is very, very hard for them to get distracted. So before you start doing this, you don't want to just go getting whatever emails you want, sending 150 emails to 150 different schools. Take 25-30 minutes and do some research on where you want to play college basketball. Be realistic. Where are you going to play? D1, D2, D3, and take some time to do a little bit of research inside the school research tab and analyze these different schools. So I'm going to go D2, and let's go ahead and let's go to page 13, and let's go to Wingate University. That is in North Carolina. Copy Wingate. We're going to go over here. Doom. If you are a freshman and a sophomore, you guys are you found this video at the right time, because if you can start building relationships now, building connections, you're going to put yourself in a much better place. And maybe you have D1 interests. I would still start emailing D1, D2, and D3, even NAIA coaches, because you never know what would happen in these next 2 to 3 years until you get to become a senior. That NAIA coach that you reached out to, he could be a D1 assistant now. So it's never a bad idea to email these schools. So as you can see right here, it has generated and found all these not all these head coaches, but as you can see, the head coaches of Wingate University. And then down here, it gives you a little bit of a information, or just a summary. These are where we scrape the sources from right here. And what you want to do is click this button up here to add these coaches to your command center. Now, for all the schools besides D1, I would add the head coach to the command center. A lot of the times, if you're reaching out to the D1 head coach or a D1 head coach, yes, he's not the best person, because he's not the one that is starting off the initial recruitment. So I'm going to add Brian, and I'm going to let's go with Miles. And right here, you can send. What that means is it will open up the email address with this guy, but just ignore that. We have these added to our dashboard, as you can see down here, Wingate University. Let's go ahead and go back over to the database. We have HoopsRecruit. We have done the coach database, and now the email generator. So this software is based off of a hybrid method where it's a little bit of AI, but it's also manual, because we don't want to be spraying and praying, like I said, to a bunch of random schools, hoping that one of them likes our film and wants to start the recruiting process with us. So go over here to the lab, go to the email blueprints, and then let's go to Wingate. That's Brian Good. He's the head coach. And 75% of the time when you're in the email composer, you are going to be using the initial outreach to start that first conversation. And I always like using the professional voice, but you can do the aggressive and the academic, and also there's a short and punchy. But we're going to generate the draft. This email that's about to be composed is built with the frameworks that are proven to work and are what college coaches are looking for now. If it's not broke, don't fix it. You don't want to, there's no good reason to try to write different emails that might work or you don't know that's worked. That's not how it's done in business, and that's not how it's going to be done in recruiting either. So as you can see right here, it has the subject line. So you would change, I don't know why it says 2024. Maybe I need to update my settings, but doesn't matter. Let's say you're 2030 guard wing, Michael Banker, 22 points per game. Boom. Exactly like that. Dear Coach Good, my name is Michael. I am a 6'4" wing from Ohio. I am reaching out because I have high-level interest in Wingate University and the Bulldogs basketball program. I've been following your success in the SAC and admire the disciplined, high IQ style of play you demand from your wings. Currently, I'm averaging 22 points a game, playing high volume bit of an efficient scorer. I'm not going to read all of this. You got a little bit of metrics down here. This is where you put your highlight tape down here. Phone number, boom. College coach, AAU coach, doesn't matter. This gives them everything that they need in this email. Boom. So what you're going to do is you're going to copy this, go over to Google, or if you use Outlook, doesn't matter, copy and paste it, go copy their email, send the email, and then we are not done. We've sent the email, but now heading over to the whiteboard, you got to go to the tracker. This and the coach database might be the two most important tabs that you're going to be pretty much living in every other day if you're in high school. This is where you're able to track what you've said, when you've said it, and it just keeps you organized. So what you're seeing right here is the tactical feed of the outreach tracker, where it's, more like a feed style. Over here is the planner, where it just goes by day. So today I've already reached out to Doug and Tyler. Doug was a DM, and then Tyler, as you can see, there's a mail sign right there. So let's go ahead and go log a new touch. I reached out to Brian. It was an email, and it was today, and it was, let's go with initial outreach. You have to put something in the notes. Doesn't matter what. Boom, logged it. So 3 touches today, weekly interest 4, or weekly volume 4, monthly. This is just like the NCAA period that it's in. Right now it's quiet because we're in January and high school basketball is going on. So we've done our research on the schools we wanted, and we have found the emails in the coach database. Now we have reached out to them by creating an email, composing an email, sending the email, and now we have tracked it all in our database and on the outreach tracker. So next step after that is to repeat. You're going to do the same thing you did probably 5 more times. Now let's say going through this process, you have questions or you need answers. Under the lab, there is a DimeBot. It's called DimeBot because it assists you in any questions about coach communication or anything in the recruitment process. Get it? Dime assist. So let's just go at transfer portal help. What'll happen? So you can ask anything. That was probably a bad example. Let's wait for it to load, but I'm going to ask it a different question. So let's just see what it has. So it's the Wild West of modern recruiting. So college coaches at the next level aren't just looking at points per game. Defensive rated, the first 3 seconds. Okay, so let's say there is a D2 and D3 school that has I'm just coming up with this. So this is a bad question, but I just go, there's a D2 and a D3 school that has interest in me. How should I proceed? So let's see what it gives me. Also, too, you do have the ability to get on this on your mobile device by, going to hoopsrecruit.site, but it's so much better if you do it on a laptop or on a desktop. So let's see what this says. This is crucial junction in the recruitment world. Interest can range from a generic camp invite to a full formal offer. To handle this properly, you need to move from passive interest to active pursuit. So first, we need to know where you stand on the recruiting. Since D2 programs have limited scholarship cap, usually 10, they are very selective. D3 schools do not offer athletic. I just picked my nose. Sorry. They don't offer athletic scholarships, but they offer a financial aid package. Don't be afraid to ask the coach speak questions. You need to know if they actually have a spot for your positions. I like this. Coach, how do you see me fitting into your current rotation? Who is graduating at my position over the next 2 years? That is amazing. I'm a high school coach. I'm not a college coach, but if I had a high schooler ask me this and I was a college coach, that would set him apart for sure. So if they have a freshman first team all conference player at the position, the D2 might be a sit and wait. Yeah. So if you're a freshman or sophomore, I'm reading all this because I kind of know what all this is. This is just great to familiarize yourself with the process. I'm not going to read through all this. You can stop and pause, but you kind of get the point. Media Lab, let me know down in the comments what other features and things that you want. Because right now, this is like a branding studio, and it only allows you to, write different tweets and stuff. The create graphic is absolutely horrible. I need to take that out. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what other things you guys would want in this software. But in conclusion, what we have here is you went to HoopsRecruit and you got the software, went to the coaches database, did some school research, and then you started emailing these college coaches, building a relationship. You tracked in the outreach, and now it is time for you to repeat. Now, this isn't another recruiting software where you put your film in and these coaches can see it. No, this is a recruiting workstation where you are treating yourself like a business. You have your prospecting list. You have all the schools you want to go to, and you're taking extreme ownership of your career. For a lot of you watching this, that is what you have a goal, and I'm just helping you win. Because when I was your guys' age, I had someone do the same thing for me in a different way. So please use this to your advantage. If you want to ask me any other questions, join the community. As you can see down here, once we start filling up, I'm going to be going live with you. You can ask me questions. I'm here to help. But that is going to be it for this one, basketball people, and I'll see you in the next one.